All right, we're live. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait just a couple minutes to see if anybody hops on, and then I'll get started. I'm gonna pull my chat up on my laptop here so I can see any questions if anyone has any as we're going. So, good morning, everyone. Let's see. Here we are. See if anybody hops on. Hi, Jennifer. Hope you're doing well. Cool. Awesome, awesome. I hope everybody is doing good today and you had a good day off yesterday. Maybe some fun, but also having some social distancing as well. I definitely did for sure. So we've got about 8 or 10 people here so far. Good morning. This is my first time going live ever, so I'm pretty excited. But there's also butterflies involved, so we'll see how this goes. I'm excited to share this with you today. Hey Lan, hey Jennifer, hi Brad. We've got some food bank family here today, and I'm looking forward to seeing who of our friends in the community are going to show up today. I would like to go ahead and say that any of the resources that I mentioned in this video today, you'll be able to find at the link that I posted in the caption for the video. It's bit.ly/ACFB nutrition resources. That's going to take you to a Google Drive folder, and that's going to take you to a Google Drive folder, and within that folder you'll see cooking videos, and episode 1 will be where you can find the resources from today's video. Okay, so it's been just a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get started. This video isn't going to take too long. I would also like to say, if you have any questions during the video, if I don't get to you during the video, I will follow up with an answer immediately after, so just know that your question will not go unanswered. Okay, here it goes. So, back to basics, food bank style, episode number 1. So today I'm going to be talking about making salads a little bit off the traditional way, and we're gonna make some homemade salad dressings to show you how easy it is and how you can use some staples that you already have in your pantry. I guess I should say that my name is Kristen and I'm one of the food bank dietitians, and I'm really happy to be doing this for you today. Cool. Okay, so first things first is we're gonna make a salad dressing, and I am going to be making a balsamic vinaigrette because I ran out of apple cider vinegar, which is what I plan to use. So that is a prime example of working with what you have in your pantry. I had it yesterday, and then one of the family members here happened to use it, and so here we are. I'm using balsamic vinegar. So the first thing that you want to take into consideration whenever you are making a salad dressing is the type of oil that you want to use and the type of vinegar that you want to use. So would definitely recommend an oil that has a very mild flavor that is going to taste really well with other flavors that you use. Things like sesame oil might be a little bit strong for a salad dressing, so something like an olive oil or a safflower oil or canola vegetable oil, all of those have mild flavors. So I would choose one of those. So I'm working with olive oil today. And then for your vinegars, any type of vinegar will work, as well as citrus juice. So orange juice or lemon juice or lime juice will be a good substitute for the acid portion of the salad dressing. Today I'm going to use some balsamic because I mentioned my apple cider vinegar was gone this morning when I got started. So improvising, that's what we're about at the Food Bank Kitchen. So the next thing that you want to think about is the ratio of oil to vinegar for your salad dressing. So it is either going to be 3:2 or 3:1. So that ratio means 3 parts oil to 2 parts vinegar. So if you had 1 cup of olive oil, you would use half a cup of vinegar or acid. And that is the basic ratio. If you don't like a lot of sour flavors, I would start with a 3:1 ratio with less vinegar or acid, so you can decide whether you like it or not, and then you can add more as you prefer. So for me, I like sour flavors a lot, so I like to do a 3:2 ratio. Even sometimes if I'm making a salad that has kale as the base, as the salad greens base, I'll even do a 1:1 ratio, even parts oil and vinegar or acid, because that really helps to break down how tough the kale greens can be in your salad. But today my salad is some chopped up romaine and chopped up spinach, so we don't need any extra acid to make it wilt and be tender enough to eat. So let's get to the dressing. First, I wanted to show you, this is the dressing that I made over the weekend that I have been working off of. It is oil and vinegar. My vinegar is apple cider vinegar. I added some fresh garlic, a pinch of dried basil, and I had some parsley in the fridge that was about to go bad, so I just tossed that in there. So you can use a measuring cup if you like. If you want to be very precise and make sure that you have exactly your 3:2 ratio, you can definitely do that. And most of the time, that is me. I need the measuring cup. But for today, I'm just going to use my jar here and I'm going to eyeball it. And I know that sounds funny, but it doesn't have to be exact, and that's the beauty of making your own homemade salad dressing. You don't have to have, excuse me, the words on the screen distracted me. It doesn't have to be exact. So I would usually use a ball jar or a canning jar, not a particular brand, that has measurements on the side of the jar. You could also refer to those. But for today, I'm using this repurposed jar. I think some mushrooms came in this jar. So I'm using this jar for my salad dressing. This is the same jar. If you would like to make your measurements exact and you don't know the volume of your jar, you can take a measuring cup, fill this with water, and then pour it into your measuring cup to see how much liquid you have, and then you can go from there to decide how much oil and vinegar you need to fill up the volume. Okay, so I'm gonna do my 3:2 olive oil to balsamic vinegar ratio here. Okay, so here we go. Here's my olive oil. So 3 is going to be a little bit over half. Doesn't have to be perfect. That looks good to me. And then I'm going to do some balsamic. We'll see how fast this flows. Not too bad. Okay, so with oil and vinegar salad dressings, they're automatically going to be separated. And that is the laws of science. They're always going to separate. So there is no particular reason why you absolutely have to make sure that they stay together at all times. So when you get a salad dressing from the grocery store, there will be things added to it to make sure that it stays together and emulsified. That's the scientific term for it. With this salad dressing, all you need to do is shake it before you're ready to use it. And then you can make sure it's all mixed together and not have to worry about just any extra emulsifiers added. I'm going to also say that emulsifiers added to salad dressings are not bad. There's nothing wrong with those. The best thing you can get out of making your own salad dressing is saving yourself some sugars and a lot of salt, because those are going to come in your store-bought products a little bit more. You can control those whenever you are making it at home. So here's my oil and vinegar, and you just need to give it a good shake. So the best part about using a jar or a container with a lid is that you can make it in this jar and then you can also store it in this jar. So you don't even have to use extra equipment to make this dressing at home. So some things that I have seen are repurposed jars like this, canning jars. You can use a protein shake shaker bottle, whatever it is that you have on hand that has a lid that you can store it in. Cool, so this is the most basic version of a vinaigrette. You can add some salt and pepper for a little bit of seasoning. Like I did here, I added some minced garlic and dried basil and some of that parsley that was going bad in my fridge. I would also like to add that you can add some honey if you prefer to make it a little bit on the sweet side. Let's see, some people are saying that I am reversed. I'm not exactly sure how to fix that. Let's see. Hi, Ethan. Okay, just give me 1 second and see if there is something that I can do to reverse. This might flip the camera for a second, so boop. Okay, that's the wall. That's not what I needed. Okay, not sure about flipping that, but I'm gonna take a note and work on that for our next video. Thanks for saying that. Alexis, thanks for your question. I was gonna talk about that next. So, you can add some honey to balance out the sour flavor if you like that. But you can definitely use fresh or shelf-stable flavors. So if you're using fresh flavors like fresh garlic or fresh herbs, you're going to want to store that in the refrigerator because of the fresh piece. So if it's in the fridge, it can last up to 7 days. If you're not using anything that is shelf stable for seasoning your dressing, you can leave it out on the counter. If it is just an oil and a vinegar and some salt and pepper and some dried seasonings, you can leave that out and that'll be good for 4 to 5 days. But across the board, you can store it in the refrigerator, even without the fresh flavors, and that's just going to make it last that much longer. So this one that I made before is stored in the refrigerator because, sorry, I'm getting some notifications on how I can fix my camera. Flip the camera and turn the phone toward you so I don't see myself in the camera. Is that what you mean, Ethan? That might be what he's talking about. Okay, so this is stored in the fridge because it has fresh flavors added to it. Thank you all for your comments here on this. I am learning as we go. Okay, so we've got our salad dressing created. And next we're going to look at a way to make a salad where it's gonna have some really balanced pieces and a good source of protein, and we could even call it a dinner salad. So, like I mentioned earlier, I've got my salad base for the day is romaine lettuce and spinach. I just chopped them up and mixed them together to make a really good, even combo. The salad greens that you choose is totally up to you. My family here really likes the crunch of romaine, and I really like the nutrition of spinach, so I've been sneaking that in there to try to make sure that everyone's getting a little bit more nutrients out of their salad greens with the dark green color of the spinach. So we've got our greens here. I've got my chopped vegetables to go on my salad. So it is officially summer, so we've got some really good peppers and radishes. There's some snap peas in there and some tomatoes. So I cut those ahead of time. And for our protein for our spinach today, we're going to have some chickpeas or garbanzo beans, whichever you want to call them. They're basically interchangeable, not exactly the same, but for the purpose of a salad, they're the same. They're gonna give you really good source of fiber and protein to help make you feel fuller from your salad much longer. Okay, so I'm gonna mix everything together for my salad. There we go. Got my veggie toppers. And then I've got my protein here. Let's see. Okay. Hi, Doris. Okay, Ethan, I'm going to try that. Sorry, I'm looking at the computer here. I'm going to try that where I flip the camera around and it's facing me and I'm not seeing it the next time. And then we should be good to go. Yes. Hi, Kay. You are absolutely right. Cabbage is great as a salad base because it never gets wilty. You're absolutely right. One thing you can do to keep your salad from getting wilty is to never store it with the salad dressing on the greens. You just can serve yourself the amount of salad that you want in your bowl or on your plate, and then you can put the dressing on your plate, and that way your salad will last longer. Another thing that you can do is you can put a very lightly damp paper towel in the container with your salad, and that's going to help sort of take any of the extra liquid off of your salad greens, and it's going to keep it from getting wilty, so you can try that as well. I like to do that with my salad greens that I buy from the store. If I get one of the boxes or a plastic bag, I will put a damp paper towel inside of it to keep it from going wilty. And sometimes it lasts almost 2 weeks, which is crazy, but it's really fantastic when you want to make things stretch. All right, so here's my mixed salad. It looks beautiful. There we go. So, one of the resources that you can find in the cooking videos folder, my bowl's not big enough, so I'm just gonna go this far with it. Isn't that beautiful and balanced and lots of colors and textures, and we've got some good protein in there. Back to the resource. So I'm referring to our, David Blakely. Absolutely, I will message you and talk to you about reversing the image. Thank you. Also, going forward, I need to take the words off of the camera that I'm looking at. Pretty good distraction there. Okay, back to this. So I'm referring to our salad, our super salad framework that is also located in the resource folder that you can find at the link in the caption. So with this framework, it gives you some really good options on how to include each of the food groups and the amounts that you need for each food group to make a salad to feed 4 or 6 people, including the salad dressing recipes on the back. So one of the last parts of the framework is the topping. So you can put nuts, you can put cheese if you want to, but today what I'm gonna put is an orange. So my husband really likes this salad, but he doesn't like salad dressing. And if you put an orange on top of your salad, it kind of takes the place of a salad dressing because it gives you a sauce, if you will, from the juice without adding the salad dressing. So in honor of my husband, hello Thomas, if you're here, I'm gonna add this to the top. So I love the idea of mixing in other things like fruit to your salad. It doesn't have to be a straight vegetable salad. Another way that you can use these salad dressings besides just a green salad is you can make a marinated salad instead of a mayonnaise-based salad. So I'm talking about potato salad, chicken salad, tuna salad. You can make all of those salads without using mayo as the base for your dressing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a tuna salad when I get to the bottom of my other salad dressing that I made a few days ago, and I'm gonna make a tuna salad with it. And it will be absolutely delicious. And all of the flavors are gonna be included while taking away some of the less healthy fats that mayonnaise can bring. There's definitely a time and a place for mayonnaise, and you can choose a lighter version if you like. You can also substitute mayonnaise for like a non-fat plain Greek yogurt. That's going to give you the creaminess, it's going to give you some tartness, but it's going to not give you the fat component. So speaking of that, to make any of your salad dressings creamy, you can add some Greek yogurt to it to make it creamy. So the ratio there is you're gonna do a teaspoon of yogurt to every tablespoon of vinegar in your dressing. Now, of course, like I've said the whole time, you do not have to be super precise. You can add a dollop of yogurt, mix it up, shake it up in your jar until it gets combined really well, and then just go from there. So we're not super strict about recipes at the food bank. Okay, I'm going to check in our chat box here on my computer down here to see if we've got some questions that I can answer or if they haven't already been answered. Cool. Thanks you all for joining today. We've got 30 people here currently, which is fantastic. Okay. We'll definitely work on getting the camera flipped around. Okay. I love the cabbage recommendation in the salad greens. You can also use iceberg lettuce if you want to. It's going to have the least amount of nutrition in it, but you're gonna get a really good source of water because it has a really high water content. I like to use dark leafy greens in my salad. So things like collards or turnips, you can use those. You just need to make sure that you get the salad dressing into the dark greens and you massage it in with your hands. I like to play around in my classes and say we're taking it on a spa day because we want it to relax so it's not so hearty and hard to chew. If you choose collard greens, I would say to wait until the next day to eat it. Let that salad dressing sit on there overnight, and that's going to be perfection. It also lasts a lot longer with the salad dressing on it because it's heartier. So that's cool. Okay, scrolling back through the questions here. Okay. Absolutely. Avocado instead of mayo or chicken salad. Definitely, definitely. You can use that avocado as a topping or you can mix it into your salad dressing. For the sake of this dressing and being the most simple way to combine it, avocado may not work very well just by shaking it up. So if you have a blender or an immersion blender or a, what is it called? I just drew a blank. Anyway, you would need something that would help it to combine a lot better. Okay. Thanks to Ra. I'm so glad you could make it. Joy, I'm eating the salad for lunch and sharing with my family for dinner. You already knew what I was gonna do. Did I miss any questions? Tuna and Italian dressing is absolutely delicious. I love that combination. With some crackers or with some cucumber slices to eat it, fantastic. I love it. Love. Okay, let's see. I think I have answered all of the questions. I hope that this was helpful or at least entertaining at the least. This is gonna be the first session of a few. We haven't determined how many. The next session is going to be in 2 weeks on a Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about making perfect fluffy brown rice because brown rice is just tough and it can make a lot of people just not really like it because it doesn't turn out like white rice does. So we're going to talk about how to make it beautiful and fluffy, and then we're going to make it in a recipe together. Hi, Abdul. Thank you for coming. I'm so happy you were able to make it. Always, always. So one last shot of this beautiful salad with all of the toppings and the oranges as my topper instead of cheese. And then I guess I should put some salad dressing on it, yeah? Actually, let me take one step back there. Remember how I said we want to take our salad out and then put the dressing on it? We're gonna do that. Go. All right. So I'm gonna use my other dressing because I wanna use it up first. Thanks, Ethan, you got it. I'm being super smart and super safe over here, and we miss you a lot. Now if I can get the jar open. There it goes. Salad. Beautiful. All right, there's my lunch, friends. Thanks for joining us today, and I'll see you in a couple weeks here on the quarantine kitchen back to basics with me, Kristen, the food bank dietitian. Thanks so much for joining. Oh, okay, my clicker doesn't work. Haha. Bye, guys.